Hello my beautiful hammerhead and welcome back to another video. In this video I want to talk about something that occurred this week, the culling of the Beasts of Chaos, of a couple of Warcry bands, not only a couple, a lot of the Warcry bands that were wildly unique and beautiful looking, and yeah, well, a little bit of something else. First of all, let's look at this. Beasts of Chaos. There is a little bit of backstory in here. Everyone in the content creator verse already knew that things are going to change. And of course, not only the content creators, but a lot of people who are very well versed in the hobby of Games Workshop. And we know that there is a cycle of model shelf life. Let me phrase it like this because of the lack of words. And models are getting phased out. That's normal. That's pretty usual by now. And yeah, well, let's just say we expected Stormcasts, we expected Skaven and so on. But we did not expect Beasts of Chaos. A couple of people said it, but I must admit I didn't believe it, because for me it was wild to think that a whole faction would leave Age of Sigmar and just to be put into the old world. A game that admittedly a lot of people have no interest in. There are also a lot of people who are interested in the old world, so don't get me wrong here, please. Don't twist my words into in my own mouth. I just mean there are a lot of people who played Beasts of Chaos who had no interest in the old world and or don't want to rebase their models, again because the models haven't changed over the time. The only new one is this one, and there was a war, what was it? The Underworld's warband. That's it. I think the Brayheart Shaman is also very old. I'm not sure right now, but yeah, these models are old. But still, they got a 3rd edition Battle Tome. And there is a lot of things happening in Games Workshop. First of all, every department fights for themselves, basically, which just means that Forge World fights for sale numbers, the specialist games fight for sales numbers, and of course the mainline games are fighting for sales numbers. And this is one of the reasons why they don't want you to mix the models into other games. This is something that Rob the Honest Wargamer told us for years now, and something that my mind just pressed into the background, because back then when I was an employee here in Germany for Games Workshop, it was very hard to buy something from Forge World. You had to fill out sheets for that and submit them, and I might be wrong here, but I think we had to convert the euros to pounds ourselves and stuff like that, just on the sheet, not the money itself. It was really hard. Also for the Black Library, was also interesting to get your hands on stuff from that. But I think this is a rather poor excuse for the Beasts of Chaos. And, well, first of all, all of this could have been avoided. Not only because the rules were bad, just make them stronger. Doesn't really matter if they share a space with another army, because no one wanted to play them. Not only because of the rules, but also the models sometimes were older than the person who bought and painted them, which is really, really bad, of course. And with, I already also prepared this, some people are now saying, okay, then I will just play them as Slaves to Darkness, because you can play the Ungors and Gors as the Marauders or the Dark Oath Savagers now, and what was it? I'm sorry, the Bestigors as the regular Chaos Warriors, and so on. There is a lot. But we have here the Ogroid Theridons, which is basically the Doom Bulls, the Bulgors. Just, come on. It's basically the same unit. It's just a little bit more of a different aesthetic. But yeah, okay. Also, again, basically no time for many of the warbands that are now being phased out to buy them, because they're just gone immediately. And some of them weren't even available anymore for weeks before that. Also, the Rotmire Creed are missing here. And I wanted to show you something else that was not shown on the Warcom article. It's already sold out. It was last chance to buy, but as soon as I clicked on it, this appeared. So I can't show you, I can just tell you it's the blue scribes from the Zinj line. There were probably a lot more. I was just scouring the page and I was kicked out, so I can't see if there is more. But the Rotmire Creed are still staying, and some other stuff. So I think like the Soulblood Gravelords, the Askurgans are staying at least for another 2 years. As bad as this sounds right now. But the Vulcan Flame Seekers for the Fire Slayers would be bad, because it's the only unit that looks different for them. Infantry unit. But yeah, what is the whole thing I want to say right now? Because I think the division between mainline games and specialist games like Old World is just a poor excuse for this. As we have already model lines crossing, not model lines, oh yeah, model lines crossing the games already. And you might say, why am I showing you Cities of Sigmar? Because there are models in here that so many people are using in the Old World. You are seeing a couple of them right now. Let's just ignore the Duardin Dwarf here right now. Let's just say the Blackguard, the Drakespawn Chariot, the Bleak Swords, Dark Shards, Scorchrunner Chariots, Executioners, the Dreadspears, the Assassin, the Black Ark Coursers, Drakespawn Knights, you get it. All the Dark Elves. They were immediately sold out as soon as the Old World hit the shelves. There is the argument to be made that Dark Elves are not one of the armies that are going to be fully supported, but the sales were immediate. They were immediately gone. It was just, well, Old World was on Saturday, and I think it was on Sunday that all the Dark Elves were already gone. So, but the other thing I want to talk about is we have here the Rune Lord on a round base. Then we have the Longbeards. The Hammerers is a dual kit. We have the Iron Drakes and the Iron Breakers is a dual kit. And we have the Gyrocopter and the Gyro Bomber as a dual kit. Oh yeah, and I'm sorry, the Warden King, who is already sold out, by the way. Yesterday he was... Oh, wait. Oh, all the dwarves are sold out. Interesting. Yesterday in the live stream, I think they weren't sold out. I can't remember anymore. I'm getting old. And to be fair, I did not pay attention to them if they were sold out or not. But yeah, sorry for scrolling so much. What I want to say is, this is already a model line that is in both games right now. Why are they in both games? Because we have this article from Adepticon, and it was just 3 weeks ago. And we have this battalion box, which is mostly newer old kits, because the close combat dwarves are a dual kit that we haven't gotten right now, and the crossbows and the muskets are also a dual kit, a plastic kit that we don't have right now, but is incredibly old. But there is a gyrocopter, the gyro bomber, and it doesn't stop here. Not okay, disregard the new models that we get, but we have a Rune Lord on square base. Then, of course, the battalions, not battalions, the 2 plastic kits that are returning to us, that are in the battalion, but we have the Ironbreakers and the Iron Drakes. We have the Hammerers / Longbeards, which is kind of weird now that I think about it, that they don't show the Longbeards as a separate unit, but you get what I want to say. That we don't have these in Age of Sigmar does make sense. And so, this is just a warning for the future, because with the next battle tome for Cities of Sigmar, this is also something that many people already said, including me in my Cities of Sigmar review. Don't buy Dark Elves and or Duardin / Dwarves, because they will be phased out. Every rule, or almost every rule, every good rule, is human-based in the Cities of Sigmar right now. This is probably a soft incentive for you to don't buy these, just wait for them to get back onto square bases, which we already have right here, right now. I think I don't have to tell you that. But again, this is just another example of not only that they will be phased out of Age of Sigmar, but it is a poor excuse to phase out the Beasts of Chaos, because it really, really hurts. Also, after the destruction of the old world with the end times and the start of Age of Sigmar, you could have said, okay, we're not gonna take the Beasts of Chaos with us, like, as an example, Bretonnia or Camry, the best examples right now. I know, Bone Splitters, I'm not ignoring you, it's just it sounds mean, and I don't want to sound mean, but the Beasts of Chaos are the better argument here, because they have their own battle tome, and they weren't souped together with the big war. But yeah, first edition Age of Sigmar, you could have said, okay, we're phasing out Beasts of Chaos. Would have hurt, but it would be fine-ish. Second edition would also be bad, but at this point there weren't even good novels about them, and almost nothing happened. Third edition, the Era of the Beast, was the hint that we should have gotten. Nothing happened with beasts, especially with Beasts of Chaos. I mean, we got him, which sounds so sad. But yeah, I think you know what I want to say. This is just a warning for all the Duardin players, all the Dark Elf players, and again, phasings out of models. Yeah, models being phased out of the stock is nothing new. My old Drake Spawn Knights for my the really derpy looking mounts were really, really funny. I still love my Malus Darkblade, but still. Models being phased out is nothing new. Also, this kit with the Dread Spears, the Dark Shards and Bleak Swords is also a new kit. The old one was fine, this one is better. I miss my old Executioners. They were really unique. I miss my old Blackguard. They were really unique. Now it's just a dual kit. Just as an example for models being phased out, just to have better new ones. But it's still, I do understand. I mean, I understand you. But yeah, I know this probably could have been said with better words and a little bit more focused. I'm sorry for that. But it just still kind of feels weird to talk about a whole faction getting squatted out of existence. To be honest, even with the Vulcan Flameseekers, I would have thought that Fire Slayers would leave the range. Oh no, I hate that I think that, but I don't know. And also, to be fair, Bone Splitters and Beasts of Chaos were almost never played in tournaments. It was really bad. But again, it was also Games Workshop's fault for not giving better models, better rules, or not better models. With that, I mean more models for, you know, diversity, or better models in get rid of the old ones, bring us new ones and stuff. Okay, I'm getting sad again. I'm gonna stop here right now. But what are your thoughts on all of this? I hope I was able to convey my thoughts about this to you as good as possible. As good as possible. What's wrong with me today? But yeah, please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I'm keen to know what you have to say. And while you're down there, please remember to do all the YouTube stuff, because hitting buttons is not only fun. Why? Because that way we can build a bigger community and talk more Warhammer almost every day. And by that I of course mean like and subscribe, and if you want you can support me on Ko-fi. But until then, have a great day my friend, stay fantastic, stay hydrated, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, bye, bye.